Hey, what's up, guys? So, for Miguel's 350Z, we have a little coming up. So, I bought this car to kind of keep a few parts from it, part out the mods and stuff, and maybe resell it or keep it as a daily. But I'm leaning to resell it. So the main reason I bought it is because first, it has BC true style coilovers, it has Z1 camber arms, Z1 tow bucket delete arms, and it has Brembos all around. So I'm gonna be throwing the stock brakes on, keeping these Brembos for my car because they are way nicer. It's gonna look nice with the purple stop tech rotors, pads, lines. I'm gonna keep all that for my car, throw the stock brakes on, realign it, and then post it for sale. So pretty much I'm just trying to keep my build as budget as possible. Should be able to make a little bit of money on that car, plus have free coilovers. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll update you as I go. All right, guys, as you see, these Brembos freshly rebuilt, stainless steel lines, BC coilovers, all going into the Z. Putting stock brakes on and then hopefully posting it for sale. All right, guys, I'm not really boring you with the uninstall. I'll try to do a time lapse when I'm installing, but just so you can see, these things are heavy. And this I can lift up with one hand. So that's going to help with first, ride quality. Second, weight reduction. It's a huge benefit that I'm getting out of this car right now. So I had trouble taking the stock strut out with the lowering spring. So what I did was I unbolted the control arm and the sway bar, and I was able to bring this down enough to take it out. All right, guys, the fronts are done. 06 stock front brakes, so it's still 2-piston at least. I'm gonna come to the rear now. As you can see, don't think I'm gonna keep these Brembos, but they are beautiful. But true style coilovers, Z1 tow arms, and camber arms. They're all going on my car. All right, guys, put all the stock brakes back on. I put my lowering springs on here, the stock arms, and my bucket. Spring bucket. I don't want to bore you with taking all this off, putting the stock stuff on. I'll be more detailed now with this, putting this stuff on the Z, but just so you can see, this is what I'm gonna be putting on. BC coils all around, and Z1 tow arms and camber arms. It's gonna be great.
Alright guys, so as you saw in the last time lapse, we finally got the BCs all adjusted, because the car they were on was this G35, and they were slammed to hell. And obviously Miguel is not a stance boy. We're trying to use these for actual, improvements, not just slam the car and kill it. But yeah, she's jacked up in the air now, as you guys can see. And he's gonna go ahead and throw those on, set up a little time lapse, and then check in once the front is done. right, guys, so as you saw, we got the coilovers on, everything's tight. Now we're moving forward to putting the Brembos on. Yes, Miguel had Brembos before. However, these are powder coated, really nice. Stainless steel line, slotted rotors, good pads, just the whole 9 yards. Definitely an upgrade as opposed to just the stock Brembos. These are, you know, upgraded. So definitely a very, very fire upgrade. I mean, come on, look at that. Look at that. Gas. So, yep. We're gonna go ahead, get those on, and bleed this car for like the 1000th time, but you know, it is what it is. All right, guys, so the front end is done. The brakes are bled. I don't know if the GoPro is gonna pick it up, but looks great. Front suspension is on. Now Miguel over here is working on the rear. As you can see, he's got Z1 tow arms and Z1 camber arms getting installed. So once those are in, we'll go ahead and give you a final overview of everything. Obviously, the car is going to need an alignment after that. But once she's aligned, I think she will be ready to rip. So stay tuned for the rest.
All right, guys, as you can see, the wheels are back on. Car's on the floor. Bled the brakes. Brakes look great. I think the front looks pretty good where it's at. The rear needs to go down a little bit. So we'll show you how to adjust height. Obviously, after I get the height right, then we gotta go align it, but doesn't look bad for sure. It's gonna ride a lot nicer, that's for sure.
Yeet. All right, guys, so now we are moving forward with going ahead and adjusting the suspension. So we're gonna plop the wheels off. Car's already up in the air. Probably gonna go down either 1/2 inch all around or 1 inch all around, kind of play it by ear, see what we think is best. Maybe do 1/2 inch first. If that's great, then we leave it. If not, maybe do 1 inch all around and go from there. We'll set you up on a little time lapse. Granted, most of you guys know how to do this, but if you don't, you know, just stay tuned to the time lapse and you'll see what we're doing to go ahead and adjust the ride height.
All right, guys, well, I just did the front. I'm gonna do the rears now. There's a little more space to explain. So you unloosen the bottom collar. I'm measuring about 1/2 inch. Right now we're about a little bit under half. So that's 1/2 inch right there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn the coilover into this bottom part, and that's pretty much height adjustment. I'm gonna go all the way down till that lower collar touches the bottom part of the coilover, and that's about it. Alright, guys, just did all four, putting the wheels on, and then I'm gonna lower the car, see how it comes out. I know after I drive it, it'll settle a little bit, but just gauging it off what it looks like now.
All right, guys, so as you can see, we got it down on the ground. Honestly, I think the fitment is pretty perfect. It's not too low, it's aggressive enough, but it's not anything crazy. The GoPro is probably gonna make it seem like that pipe is super low, but it's really not. The back looks perfect, especially enough clearance for when these tires get upgraded. But yeah, it looks good. We're gonna go ahead and do a full lock test just to make sure that she's good turning wise, but besides that, I think it looks really good. Oh yeah, you're golden. Yep, you're good. You're good. Yeah, you got clearance for days.
Yeah. I think the front's perfect.
Yep.
All right, guys, this is the following day after adjusting the coilovers. I left it at 85 inches from the ground to the fender and 86.5 in the rear from ground to fenders. We're on our way to our boy's shop to get it aligned.
I left the bumper off just because the ramp is a little steep to get it on his alignment rack. All right, heading there now. We have some tires that he's gonna mount for me too. Just some spares. Ride's really good.
Left turn ahead, and then turn left.
Spot. He's helping us out with the alignment here. Shout out to Sean. Guys, we're gonna go for a test drive and also give my boy Sean a ride real quick to see what he thinks about this little slow 400 horsepower deep heat. Feels a lot better already. Wheel returns back to the center. Rear alignment was totally off, but what do you expect when you just throw those things in, you know? It's not like you can tell really.
Bro, I just do it.
Is there like a decent street where
yeah,
Martin County, I mean Mexico, sorry.
Oh, they did?
It's weird though, like it should never ever turn on. Like fuck with it, give it some improvements. Now
yeah.
Boses always turns on, which is like I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, that shit takes off from 40. Yeah. And that wasn't even with a little anti-lag.
Yeah.
So I like the way the blowers feel on these cars because it just like it makes it so linear.
Yeah, top end is fucking crazy. It just keeps on fucking wanting to eat.
Yeah, it's like a cake, you know, like
yeah.
that shit just,
yeah.
The more you rev it, the happier it is.
That's only 9 pounds up top.
Yeah, that feels good.
Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Miguel's car definitely got some very, very big upgrades that we will be testing out next time we go to the track just to see how the car reacts to it. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Huge shout out to Sean. Thank you, man, for the alignment. You're always coming in clutch. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.